Hi, I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today's short lesson is all about using duplicate. And the reason I'm doing this on duplicate is because people get so confused about how you use duplicate to make different shapes and all kinds of different things. So we're going to go through some of the basics today. So the first thing you want to do is open a new project in Cricut Design Space. So I'm here in Cricut Design Space. I just added 3 different shapes onto my canvas. You can do the same. These 3 shapes are what we're going to use duplicate to make other types of shapes. So it's really important. It's easy to duplicate anything. I can click on it and then I can duplicate it. It's no big deal, but it's what you do with it that makes something really uniquely different. So now I have a duplicate of these hearts, but I want this heart to be at a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to come up here to rotate, and I'm going to type in 45 and just see what I get. That looks pretty good. Now I want to try and align this as best as possible in the center. Should maybe align it to here. Looks pretty good. I'll show you a little thing on aligning a little later, but as you can see, I've got a couple of hearts. That looks pretty good. I'm going to duplicate this one again. I'm going to change its angle to 90 degrees. Now I have a third shape. Just trying to make those center pieces all fit together. That looks pretty good. Now I want to do the same thing with this one. I want to duplicate it, and this time from 90 plus 45 makes it 135. As you can see, I'm making a different shape here. I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to add 45 to that. 35 and 45 should be 180 up and down, and it is. Hey, that's perfect. So I want to duplicate that again, and I'm going to add 45 to that, so that's 225. As you can see, I'm starting to build a new shape as we go through, and I'm going to duplicate that one more time, and 225 and 45 is 270. Straight across. And we have one more to go, and 270 plus 45 is 315, and that all fits. Now I'm just going to loosely put these together. So as you can see, I've got kind of a flower shape here, and I made it through just duplication. So here's an interesting thing you can do. I can highlight all of this together and make it one shape. So I'm going to come down here to weld. And now I have a flower shape. I want to duplicate this, and this time I'm going to shrink its size. So I had, let's just make this, and it's locked, so let's make this 5.75. And you'll see how it fits into the center here. So I have another color that I could put in place here. That looks pretty good. Instead of red, let's make it a little lighter, and let's duplicate that again. And we have 5.75. Why not make it 5 this time? And see, we get a little extra color here. We'll center these in a second, and I'll make that a pink color. Now let's take all 3 of these together and let's align them horizontally and vertically. Now you have a nice little flower design. So you could keep layering in, and that's all you'd need to do with duplicate. So I'm going to take this shape now, and it's going to be in behind. So I'm going to have to come up here to arrange, and I'm going to send it to the front. So I can add a button inside there. Maybe that's the outside of it. That looks pretty good. I am going to duplicate it. And this one started off at 3, so I'm going to make it 2.2 inches, maybe 2 inches. And we're going to put it in the middle here. And we're going to change its color and we'll give it a little orangey color here in the center, and you can keep going. Now I just want to put one last thing in here, and I know this is going to be behind, so let's click on arrange, send it to the front. That's pretty big, and it is width-wise, we don't care, but the height, let's make it 1.25. That's a nice little diamond we can put in the center. I am going to duplicate it, and I am going to change the rotation to 45 degrees. I'm going to click on both of them, and I am going to align them, and I want to line them in the center. That looks pretty good. So I could take these two now that I've got them both highlighted, I can duplicate them together, and I can give them another rotation, and maybe, oh, sorry, rotation. So I could make those another 45 degrees. And then I can take all four of those, and I want to align them all to the center. And then I'm going to push them just in the center here. If I wanted to, I could add one more to come across this way, but I'm not going to. What I am going to do is take all of these together, and now when I come to align, I'm going to line everything to the center. Perfect. And now we have a different shape. We have something in the center. We can weld things together. So I'm going to click on all these diamonds, and I am going to weld them together so that they're one piece. And now we have a flower with a center. And this was all done with duplicate. So I hope you had a lot of fun with this, and will be able to experiment with a few things of your own using different shapes. So until next time, happy crafting.